Alright, hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of ArcaniA. Pick up where we left off. In the last video we followed the adventures of our hero as he went and asked Diego to take himself and Ivy to the continent of Argaan, but as there's a war going on there, Diego said that our hero needs to prove that he is capable of fighting and defending himself and his wife-to-be. Otherwise, he's not going to take him to a war zone, which seems pretty reasonable. Argaan doesn't seem like a very good place for a honeymoon at this point, but, you know, whatever. So, as a test, he gave the shepherd some herbs to take to the witch Lyrica. She, on the other hand, reveals that she had asked Diego to send our hero to her so that she could investigate and awaken the magic that was slumbering within his chest. She put him to sleep, and a couple hours later he awakened in a cave that seems to be the one that Robar was in that dream that our hero had at the beginning of the game. Very strange. Now she's given us some magic scrolls and the ability to use them, and tasked us with killing the lone vermin, which is a bunch of weird beetles that apparently she has cockroach problems, you know. Things are the same everywhere. So we defeated 6 of the lone vermin last time, but we now need to take out the queen. The lone vermin queen. She's basically the same but more powerful. You don't want to get hit by her. That's for sure. Ah, wasted shot. I wonder if the headshot thing, you know, 30% more damage counts when you're fighting things like the lone vermin. Yes, it does! Sounds like we got a level. Alright. Alright, cool. Now, some things have transpired. So, because this PS4 version skips the cutscenes for some stupid reason, I don't know why. I've looked it up on YouTube, you know, in Google, and I've seen that all sorts of people complain about this problem. Maybe not everybody, but most people. You can find the cutscenes, like I said, at the beginning of the Let's Play online. You can just look them up. Although some of the versions are in, I think, German or some other language. I don't know. But yeah, it's easy enough to find. I think the PC version has them, so if you're watching someone playing a Let's Play of the PC version, you can see it there. Anyways, in this cutscene, after we defeat the lone vermin, we see a scene in which the back end of that cave crumbles away somehow. And our hero looks out, and he sees the bay there in front of his village on Fesher. And he sees the ships that were, apparently there was that ship that was out on the horizon, out on the sea. They're now landing, and it's ship after ship, and they're invading and just burning the villages on fire, and people are being killed. And he's like, oh no, and he runs down there to the town, and just in time to find Ivy, who's lying there dying. She has an arrow in her chest, and she's like dying and crying. It's kind of sad. And he's like, no, and he's able to see it's the paladins of Robar III, the Myrtanian doomed king. So he's going to run out there and try to fight them right as he is, but you know, fortunately for him, Diego comes up behind him and says, no, my friend. He's like, no, let me go. Blah. And he's like, no, don't throw your life away. If you want to have your revenge, you're going to have to live first. So he says, come with me. So he comes with him. Anyway, so that's where we are. Wow, it's dark and rainy. Looks like we got some new gear.
What do you intend to do now? avenge myself upon Robar III and his cursed paladins.
You wouldn't know a sword from a tooth. They'd mince you.
You want Ivy's death to go unavenged? And what about that of my mother and my friends?
No,
Good point.
But what if there was a way to avenge yourself without storming right into your death?
Let's hear it.
It is said that there is an ancient temple somewhere in the mountains. They say there's a blessed anvil there.
They say a lot of
Robar's
things.
paladins search for the temple because they want to use the anvil to forge weapons for their campaign against Argaan.
I see. And I should interfere with their plans.
Exactly. And if the anvil really does exist, forge yourself something to speed your vengeance.
Ah,
Where should
that's
I
quite the
start
plan.
looking for the temple?
On the hill back there, in the Cleaved Maiden Tavern, you'll find a mage by the name of Duranis there.
Duranis.
He knows a lot of the old stories. Talk to him. Maybe he'll have heard of the temple.
Alright. Let's see what he says.
Well, have you spoken to Duranis?
Not yet.
What are you waiting for? Winter?
Winter? How do you know?
You know about the paladins' plans.
When I was still at Robar's court, I always kept a watchful eye on Lord Hagen and his men. And
One of
many a
Robar's
male
generals.
servant of the paladins kept an ear open for me.
So who is this Lord Hagen?
He commands the paladins and is a member of Robar's High Council.
Will you join me?
No, you need to learn to stand.
I don't
on your
really
own
want to
two
do any
feet.
work.
I'll be sailing on to Stewart. When you arrive in Stewart, talk to the landlord at the Cliff Tavern. He'll know where to find me.
Alright, well, he gives us some clues, but then says he's not going to help us. Not very helpful, but I guess it's kind of helpful. The moon's still full. I guess it's forever werewolf season. So, we got some new travel gear, I guess? You know, the last time I played this, he didn't get new armor, which is interesting. Heavy leather garb. Armor. Gives us 5 health, 5 mana, and 1 health generation. That's really cool. Medium armor. This armor is a present from Diego. It looks ordinary, but someone etched tiny magical runes into the inside of the collar and signed them with MLT. It's probably mutton, lettuce, and tomato. But, yeah, who knows. That's cool. But yeah, like I said, the last time I played this, when I showed up here, I hadn't received that armor, which is kind of odd. So we have to go up to this inn, the Cleaved Maiden. Ah! Goblins! Warrior of the Bug Eater tribe. Wow, they don't hunt any sissy leaves. Hell no. These are full-on bug eaters, man. They heard about you killing all their food there in the loam vermin, and they're mad. Haha. Well, we made short work of them. Well, bug eaters get 3 gold instead of just 1 gold, like leaf hunters. That's 3 times the allowance. They probably have 3 times the chores. Yeah, it's likely enough, I suppose. What's that over here? Oh, nothing. Alright. Man, it rains like crazy here. I'm gonna get sick, Iron. A sunberry. Wow, here we are. The Cleaved Maiden Inn. The gate guard.
Hey, I don't know you.
Grangar.
By boat, from Fesher.
And you expect me to believe that?
Look at the beach down there. That's my boat.
I'll let you through. But if you cause any trouble, you'll have us woodcutters to deal with. Got it?
I'm looking for Duranis.
Woodcut us.
In the pub or in his room. You best ask Murderer. She'll know where he's at.
Murderer.
The landlady here. Just go in, you'll see her.
A dainty matron, I'm sure. Alright, well, here's the... That's kind of a cool place. Let's go in. Get out of the rain. Traveler. Have you noticed that... There's going to notice that a lot of people in this game are these bald, clean-shaven dudes. Well, not this guy. Not everybody. But still. Ah, nice fire. A water pipe. Travelers. Hello. Stained glass windows. That's quite fancy. Let's see. Ah, here we are. That's supposed to be the landlady. Ugh. Murderer.
Aha, a new guy.
Ugh.
Who let you in here?
Who let you
One of
in
the
there?
woodcutters from the farm.
Just so you know, normally I decide who comes in.
I know. I'll have to deal with the woodcutters.
Right. Don't you forget that.
It's like Gardua the Hutt. Blah. I normally decide who gets to come in here. Don't you want customers, doofus?
I'm looking for Doranus.
Our noble man?
Our
Really
noble
think he'd
man?
receive a bloke like you, would he?
A bloke
We'll
like
see.
you?
Just tell me where I can find him.
Sitting upstairs in his room, our noble
Stairs.
man is, reading what he always does. Even got to bring his food up to him, I have. Go up the stairs and out onto the balcony. Then turn right. That's where his room is.
Alright. Oh, we can also sell and trade. Now here's our now we can actually start trading and buying. So, we can sell these short knives, we don't need them. Yeah. Sell the hay for it. Rotting club, sorry Nut. Nut's dead, it's sad. At least I assume he's dead. Everyone else got killed. The rusty axe, rusty swords, and the goblin club. Some of the things you can't sell, like Diego's old machete and the shepherd's crook, Ivy's bow. Not that we want to sell that right now, but and we know this already, so boop, there it goes. Let's see, what does she have? She has no melee. Oh, we can buy arrows. Brass ring, but we already have one of those. We found it there in the cave with the lone vermin, which is really cool. Potions. We only have 258 gold though. If you look at, see, like a health potion, minor health potion, which you can use in battle, 100 coins. Whereas hemp bandages, which heal more, but you can't use them. You have to wait till after you're done with battle. Only one. Jeez. Really pays to figure out how to do alchemy. And the buyback. We don't need any of that. Alright, cool. Well, we're good for now. Alright, that's good. Start looking around. Actually, let's go see if we can't find the Mage Doranus. Like you said, you can sit down in all the chairs. It's kind of cool. But let's take a load off first. I'm wet and kind of cold. Innkeeper! Is he gonna do anything? You're gonna have a drink? Just gonna sit there, pal? I'm not thirsty. Alright, suit yourself. Who are you talking to? Here, let's make this seem not crazy. Oh yeah! So, who were you guys talking? No. Innkeeper. That's a window, pal. Yeah, so I came here from Thesha. You're a backwoods type, are you? Well, maybe. Not to say it like it's a bad thing. Country living's quite good for you. in here? We have to go out into the balcony, she said. So this is definitely not his room. I like the background noise. Sounds like a restaurant or an inn. Again, not his room. Take a quick lay down if we wanted to. Ah, this is cool. The rain, but it's all nice and sheltered here in the inn. Ooh. A bunkhouse. More. You don't say. Ooh, there's a chest. Let's see. A light crossbow. A ranged weapon which shoots bolts. A crossbow that is easy to handle and just as popular with guards as it is with brigands. Some mages enchant this weapon and take it along their journey, just in case. Bandages, bolts, an arrow, and a rusty sword. I'm sure no one... let's get out of here. I'm sure they'll be alright with us borrowing that. I mean, we're on important business. Spoiling Robar. Ah, here we are. Tyrannus.
Are you Tyrannus?
Yes? What do you want?
I'm searching for an ancient temple up in the mountains.
Yes, I heard about a temple up there.
Where exactly?
Don't know, but there is an archive of old maps in the fortress at Silver Lake. If ever there was a place to find a clue, it's there.
So how do I get to Silver Lake?
Well, not at all, at the moment. Brigands have occupied the bridge to Stewart, but the people here are trying to think of a way to deal with the brigands. Help them. Perhaps they'll help you.
Who's working on the brigand problem here?
Murdra, the landlady here, I'm sure. And I think Rotar has a plan too.
Rotar?
A guild fighter. He was here just a moment ago, making vague insinuations about secret negotiations with some of the brigands.
Where's Rotar now?
He's headed for the old Setarifian watchtower, to the south of here on the beach.
Huh. Alright. Now on his Enos statuette. Can I read this? Sure, I've already read it. It's old hat to me. Oh, thanks. Lord Dominique recognized that everybody on Argaan worshipped Adanos, while he, like all paladins, thought Enos to be the highest of gods. That's why he ordered a larger number of Enos statuettes to be brought to from Murtana to Argaan. However, he did not just hand them out to people, but instead hid them in secret places all over the island. Then he talked to the people of Argaan and asked them to search for the statuettes. He said, "Whoever found all the statuettes will receive a special blessing from Enos." People found many of the statuettes and began to deal with them. Disappointed by their lack of piety, Dominique refused to tell the hiding place of the remaining statues. Now that he is dead, most of the statuettes remain lost. Alright, yeah, so this is one of those collection quests, you know, I think there's like 30 of these statuettes, you keep an eye out, and I guess when you get them all, you get a reward. But it's probably pretty hard to collect them all. And there's, yeah, Enos and Adanos are two of the three gods. And Beliar is the other god. The Order of Hatred. My dear Grandmaster Milton, yesterday while reading I came across an extremely alarming passage about a Beliar cult. Old Setarifian texts refer to it as the Order of Hatred, a group of Setarifians who defected to Jarkandar during the Great War, Jarkandar's side in the Great War. To thank them for their loyalty, the Jarkandar offered them several artifacts of their dark god. With the help of these artifacts and a common scythe, the renegade Setarifians could conjure Hatred's Reaper, which is a depraved weapon and the symbol of their order. Later texts also mention the Order of Hatred, so the artifacts could still be on Argaan. I would like to suggest to you that we both search for them and destroy them. Grandmaster Ningal had better not know about all this. He would surely join in our search, but I fear his intentions would be entirely different. With best wishes, Tyrannus. So you can also look for the statuette. Apparently they conjure up Hatred's Reaver or Scythe or whatever, I don't know. Reaver. Can I get this out of your chest? Go ahead. I'm in a generous mood. Oh, thank you. Ampules, carrots, and hidden bandages. Since you're going to be helping with the bandits, what else do you have to say for yourself, my lord? Ah, yeah, it's a good question.
What are you doing here? I thought mages hang around the monastery all day long.
Some do, indeed.
You're so
I,
quaint.
however, am on my way by order of Grand Master Milton. He has expressed great interest in the ancient stone circles scattered throughout
Milton
Argaan.
Bradley. Or is it Milton Friedman? I don't know.
And have you discovered anything about the stone circles?
So far, only that they drive me insane. The Grand Master discovered a
his
way
eyes.
to awaken their power. But all the circles I've found so far are immune to my magic. I have a feeling someone's beaten us to the punch.
Punch bowl, that is.
What happens when a stone circle awakens?
Apparently, the circles are connected. If one could establish a connection to one of the circles, it should be possible to travel instantly to it from another circle. We experimented with 2 circles in Thorny Ara, but nothing's working here. Well, if you're curious, there's one not far from the Cleaved Maiden.
Alright, cool. So, yeah. The circles, we'll see them outside. They are, I think, a quasi-fast travel system. And I say quasi-fast travel because they don't really do very much. They're like a regional, local fast travel. Alright. And we can go talk to Murdra, or we can go talk to Rotter. I'm not sure which one we should do. She seems kind of gruff and angry. And Rotter, well, he's a Fighters Guild type. Maybe he would be better to work with. I don't know. Anyways, we'll see which we do. Perhaps. Let's check out our... Before we go, let's actually check out our upgrades. We have... This is how you level up. Skills and spells. So, you have all the different trees. So these are like your melee ones. Metal. And each of them gives you some bonuses. This is melee power and stamina regeneration. Health and melee power. Health and stamina. And they all give you various like blows. And various, how would you say, I don't know, special moves and bonuses. Some of them are passive bonuses, some are extra fighting moves. This is for your bow and arrow. Eagle eyes, zoom in on the enemy. Your keen senses inflict more range damage. You have larger mana reserves. This gives you more mana and range power. Steady hand, smoother aiming while pulling back on the bowstring. And this is stealth if you want to sneak around. Sneaking makes enemies aware of you later than usual. And you have to be up to a certain level to upgrade various things. Cause more range damage. And then you get like an extra kill, 200% damage if you hit the enemy during stealth. And these are your 3 spells categories. You have your fire, which is governed by Enos. You have frost, which is governed by Adanos. And lightning, which is governed by Beliar. Now, Enos is the god of order, Adanos is the god of balance, and Beliar is the god of chaos. I don't know if specializing in these various magics really means anything, like a commitment to one side or the other. But, each of these sort of spells does something different, like, your firebolt spell, which burns and then does burn damage over time. Frostbolt, which freezes and slows for a time. And then lightning, which does damage and then sort of can cause the shock damage, which paralyzes the enemy for a time. To get started with, I think I'm going to want to use my bow and arrow. So let's invest a couple points in bow. And I'm going to take, I think we're going to try to do magic. Magic and archery. I'm sorry if this disappoints some people who would want me to do a, if anyone cares, I talk as though people care. But if anyone wanted me to do a melee build, I did melee last time, and it's cool, it's fun, I like melee builds. They're, but I wonder how a mage will do in this time. Uh-oh. Well, let's see. We don't have, see, this is right at the level we are. Your level's too low. Shall we get, let's just upgrade these 3. And then just upgrade our stealth a little bit. And then put the rest into archery. Alright. There we are. Alright. So we're going to kind of go the archery / magician route. Kind of like a, what is that, like a witch hunter in Oblivion, like they're in Elder Scrolls, you know. Will be kind of combination of magic and arrows. And I think I'm gonna call this quits for today, and in the next episode we will try to figure out a way to solve the problem of the brigands who are occupying the bridge to Stewart, because Tyrannus says we aren't going anywhere if we don't clear up this bridge problem. Alright, take care.